All of the tutorials out there aren't wrong, you know. It is a good thing to start doing these drills. Do them as long as it makes sense. The truth is, you're probably gonna be having to do just the cascade over and over for quite a while. From what I saw most people say about a month, me, it took way longer because nobody was teaching me precision and consistency. I would do this for about 10-15 minutes each time before doing the cascade. And after that, it took maybe another week of practice or something to get it to this. It will help you catch and clear up your mistakes far easier if you simply get yourself used to standing like this. Do this drill and stick with it. It will always help you. This is the basis where you need to start from. The first thing I wanted to show today was kind of the 3-ball cascade, but more how do you actually get yourself there? When I looked up tutorials, they all take you through and they tell you like, oh, you know, if you're struggling, like drop all the balls at once. What I didn't see was anything towards helping you with precision, consistency. In fact, I even saw somebody say to basically just not worry about it and it will just magically come to you.
Everything always works out for the best.
Okay. Here are the actual drills. There's about 1,000,001 of these. These are just advice that I would give. But then, you know, go crazy with it. Make up your own if you like. You can work on them, you can add to them, you can change it depending what it is that you're wanting to learn now. 1 ball. Either hand. 2 balls at once. Alternate them. This one's evil. Drill number 1. Drill with 1 ball. The goal of it is to get you to work on your tosses specifically. Make them the same height, the same strength, the same direction, the same everything. 1 ball, 1 hand, toss and catch. That's it. With your dominant hands, this won't really take a long time. A few minutes? Something like that. With your non-dominant hand, this is going to be a little more work because it's going to be much stronger than your other hands, but a lot less easy to control. Give it some time. This is your 1 ball drill. Drill number 2. Drill number 2 is juggle with 1 ball in both hands at the same time. 1 ball, each hand, toss them up and down together. That's it. This is, one of your hands will be able to guide the other, okay? One of your hands will also mess up the other, 100%. That's kind of the point of it. I would say this is a little more stimulating to do than this drill. Surprisingly. The next variation for this 1 ball drill is alternate them. When I was already working out the concept in my head that I would have to move my arms in a sequence. I have to think of each side of my body very quickly, one after the other over and over. That's good for your brain. Drill number 3. This is probably the most helpful drill that I picked up and that I would practice before actually doing the cascade. The point of this drill isn't so much to toss the balls. That's banal, and you'll conquer that very quickly, truthfully. The point of sticking to this drill is that you have to learn to stand like this.
What do you mean? Is this difficult?
Yes, when you're doing a cascade, yes, this is difficult to do. The goal is have your arms here, nice bent elbow. Imagine you're carrying a tray. I would just sit here and try to work it in my muscle memory. I don't know, how much do I have to swing my arm? How do my arms feel when they are relaxed, when I'm holding them like this? But more than anything, it will feel weird to stand any other way. After that, you'll be able to notice if your cascades are not looking all that good, because you'll feel your arms moving somewhere where you know that they shouldn't be. The final advice that I can give...
I had my hands out too far.
To me, there's 2 reasons for that. One of the videos I had watched, the guy was saying to throw the balls very high. Don't do that. You're just starting. Get used to just a normal height, let's say about eye level, and then you can work on it more and more as you get more familiar with it. The second reason, I couldn't really see my hands, right? Like my peripheral vision, I wasn't super relying on it. I would stick my hands out so that it kind of didn't matter where I was looking, they were always like right in the corner of my eye. To mitigate that, what I did was get just very brightly colored balls. They stick out a lot while you're juggling. They're really easy to see, so I can kind of just stare off into space. Be aware of these very colorful things flying around. It makes it much easier. Also, the final thing that helps with this, sitting here and being sure that what you're concentrating on when you're doing this drill is keeping your arms down, keeping your body relaxed, and getting that scooping motion down. You actually don't need a lot of strength to toss these. You don't use your wrist, you don't use your shoulder, you don't use your body. It's just a hinge, your elbow. That's it. You don't actually need strength or force. You need to be quite relaxed. See, like that one literally touched the ceiling. This is why you need to keep your body very relaxed. If you're struggling with that, do try just that 2-ball drill. Okay, look, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty boring. I would typically do it like while watching TV or listening to a podcast or something. This really is about automatic mindless movements in you. The other hint that I can give is if you're chasing the balls while you're doing the cascade, don't. It really is just as simple as that. If you've made a toss and the ball is going all the way over there and you need to move, don't. The ball's gone over there, you're gonna have to go pick it up anyway. Chasing after the ball teaches you a bad habit. Do this, just pretend that your feet are just glued to the ground. That will serve you better than running around chasing any ball. In general, when you're struggling to get a trick started or you've gotten a little bit stuck, a quick and easy tip, start on your non-dominant hand or just the other hand, which one you haven't been working out yet. With the cascade, it's really not that difficult. It's just the first step that's a little different. But if you're not used to it, you're gonna have to think of this side of your body more. And it's gonna help you when you switch to this side. I'm gonna stop talking for the moment because it is a little distracting and just juggle the 3-ball cascade. I'm gonna stand a little further away. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah. Was that a duck? Probably. I just sped up the video here so that you wouldn't just watch me do the 3-ball cascade forever in a day. I figured that there'd be some good things to learn. As for the body lines, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna plop these right here for a little while and don't worry about them, but just try to remember them. Try to remember them on me. Try to remember them existing on your body. These body lines are going to be very important later on, especially for Kendama, but definitely for juggling. They're going to give you a frame of reference to use for measuring where to put your hands and arms and how to actually toss the balls or toss the Kendama or do whatever tricks it is that you want to do. So these lines are going to be pretty important, and I'm going to be referencing them quite a lot, so get used to them. And we'll go in more depth about these in the next video, and specifically it'll be a little bit easier to show on Kendama what these lines are about, so stay tuned. This is more or less what the format of the video is actually going to look like. At least a chunk of it. That's the idea of it. We'll see as the episodes go on how to change the format. For right now, what's going on is I'm playing around with height. What you'll notice is that I'm moving my head up and as I'm changing where I look. I've tried to just stare off into space and play around with height a little bit, but I feel like it doesn't work as well if you're not looking at the height that you want to throw. And then after that, I started to play around with distances more. Okay, let's follow my own advice. Left hand. I'm playing around with pulling my hands apart to get some of that distance and get me used to not actually having my arms so anchored by my side, which I am struggling with a little bit, but it's just a matter of habit. What I found is that if you're wanting to practice your distances more, then you'll want to be sure that you're throwing a little bit higher first. Otherwise, if you're starting from a lower height and try to pull it apart, it becomes very difficult to purposefully direct the balls. So it's easier if you start higher and then start pulling your hands apart. How long have I been at this? Okay. So, just a recap. Stick to the drills. The one ball drills, those are gonna get you used to tossing the ball consistently. You gotta pay attention to it a little bit. But a single ball drill is better for practicing just your tosses on. The two ball drill, you can do it on the outside, you can flip it, you can do it this way, you can do it... That is gonna be what lets you work up that regularity in actually completing the skill of a 3-ball cascade. Hi! We have a visit from the dog. Okay, come on, I need to finish shooting. Go to bed.